what is the difference between green chilies and red chilies, and when should you use which in cooking? Firstly, I'm just going to break down what each chili is. You've got green chili, which is actually the chili before it goes ripe, which then becomes red chili. Now, the difference between the two is one gives a sharper, punchier kick of spice, and you use it actually when you've already pretty much cooked the curry out. The second one, it's got a lot more heat because it builds it up gradually, and also sometimes has a subtle taste of smokiness to it as well. Now, both chilies, of course, add spice to a dish. That is pretty much a given. But the question is, why do you use green chilies at some parts of cooking and then red in the other? Let's start with green. Now, green is used towards the end of cooking, pretty much when you've had your curry flavored out. Because what happens is, these chilies will either stay whole or you cut them and put them into the dish itself. But when you've already had the sauce and the chicken already cooked through and you've got these chilies in the curry, what they'll do, because these green chilies are grassier, they hit the spice a lot quicker, a lot sharper in the mouth. You can bite them whole when you enjoy the curry, and it gives that quick flavor. Well, I say flavor, more like a spice kick. This is also why you'll see Asian aunties and Asian uncles always eat green chilies raw with their curry as opposed to red chili. You'll never see them use red chili. It's always green chili. Literally, they'll take a spoonful of rice, spoonful of curry, and then literally bite the chili as they eat through because they're pain addicts. But when it comes to red chilies, the story is actually quite different. Red chili is actually just dried or over-ripened green chili. So you see this, when it becomes riper, it becomes this. And when you dry it out and out and out, it will become like this, almost to the color of black. Now, when it comes to using red chili in cooking, it's more concentrated because you've dried the spice out. So the spice hits you more gradually. So when you use it in a whole form, like chili powder, or when you use it in this form, because it's smokier, because it's sweeter, and because the spice profile is more gradual, you use it at the very beginning of your cooking, when you're doing the tarka, when you're tempering the oil, or when you're cooking the base. And the result is a very even layer of heat. You don't get, like, for example, that quick punch that you do with green chili. It's gradual. It builds up over time within the dish. And I'll use this example when you cook Indian food. Now, let's take, for example, a butter chicken. Butter chicken uses chili powder as well because you want some of that spice to come through. When you cook butter chicken, you add the spice in at the beginning, so you add red chili. That red chili, when you then taste the butter chicken, it's very even. No matter what spoon you take of that butter chicken, it tastes relatively the same. But let's take, for example, biryani. Now, when you cook biryani, you'll add the chili in at the end. You'll add green chili right cut up into the biryani itself. And that's why when you enjoy biryani, each spoonful tastes very different. Some have a huge pack of heat, some less so. So if you want to elevate your cooking and you want to know which spice to use which, if you're cooking something dense with rice, with potatoes, with a starch, use green chilies to help bring out that pack of heat. And if you're cooking something a bit more silkier, smoother, fish curry, butter chicken, lamb rogan, for example, where you don't want that pack of punch in terms of spice, you use red.